Welcome to the orientation for a safe and successful internship. Upon completion of this session, you will have developed awareness of protocols in place, understand professionalism in the internship setting, and be aware of communication etiquette. This video is also accompanied by a resource PDF for all necessary links and additional helpful information. The link will be provided at the end of the video. Employers are still hiring interns. Some positions will remain in person. However, all safety guidelines will need to be followed. Some will be fully remote, and some will be a hybrid model combining remote work with some face-to-face meetings. Internship experiences are valuable in any format. Your experience will help you develop career competencies, which are the skills required to successfully perform a job. These competencies include communication, global understanding, leadership, problem solving, professionalism, use of digital technology, career management, and teamwork. To learn more about career competencies, including strategies for obtaining them, visit the link in the resources. This session will cover the safety precautions that should be followed for any work taking place face-to-face. We will highlight how to keep information safe in the digital environment. And finally, we will provide tips on effective communication in your internship, how to maintain professionalism, and what you should reflect on at the end of your experience. First, let's review some of the steps that should be taken for physical safety. Before your start date, be sure to review the federal and state-specific guidelines regarding COVID-19. You will also want to familiarize yourself with the guidelines the company you're interning for has put in place. These may be found in the employee handbook or on their website on pages such as Our Response to COVID-19 or Our Reopening Plan. Some best practices include wearing a mask when you're around others, maintaining social distancing, which includes the placement of your workstation. Workspaces should leave 6 feet between yourself and other workers. Wash your hands frequently and utilize hand sanitizer when you're unable to get to a sink. Disinfect frequently used surfaces. Finally, some organizations may ask you to track a list of potential symptoms before coming into the office. These may include your temperature, any incidences of shortness of breath, presence of a cough in the last 24 hours, etc. If you have any additional questions about physical safety after reviewing all of the resources, here are some samples of what to ask your internship supervisor. If you have any concerns about your workplace, here are some Stony Brook departments that can help. Keeping your body and mind healthy this semester is the #1 priority. If you feel sick or have a fever, stay home and contact Student Health Services. Have a healthy place to work. Set up a space where you can sit up straight and use good posture. Make self-care part of your daily routine. Eat healthy, exercise, and participate in relaxing activities. You can find more information on setting up an ergonomic workstation and some self-care activity ideas in the resources. If you're facing difficulties related to mental health, depression, or suicide, please reach out to one of these services on campus. Next, we will review digital safety. Be sure to password protect all of the devices you use for your internship and always lock them when you step away. Be sure to have antivirus software and that it is up to date, as well as your operating system and any programs you may be using. You will also want to create a very strong Wi-Fi password. More information on technical support through Stony Brook's Division of Information and Technology and general digital safety can be found on the resources page. Do not share any sensitive personal information over email. If your internship is paid and Human Resources needs information for payroll, such as your social security number, be sure to call them and provide information that way. Close any unnecessary tabs and avoid oversharing your screen to protect your privacy. Be aware of phishing emails. Double check with your supervisor if you are being asked to do something suspicious over email. Finally, do not use your social media accounts while working. This increases productivity and privacy. For marketing purposes, stick to the company accounts and sign out after every use as to not confuse it with your personal account. If you are working with confidential information, your company may ask you to set up on their corporate virtual private network, or VPN. In this case, they should provide you with instructions. However, you can learn more about VPNs from the resource page. Using your personal email account for work can also be a target for hackers to obtain private information about you or your company. Always work from your corporate email. If you are not provided with a corporate email for your internship, speak with your supervisor about how they would like you to maintain data integrity. Finally, when taking calls or video chats that could contain private information in regards to the company or a client, make sure you are in a private and secure place. Let's go over best practices for communication as an intern and some other tips for success. Communication is key to a successful internship, especially in the remote environment. Schedule regular meetings with your supervisor, such as once or twice a week. Establish what format works best for your supervisor: phone calls, emails, video chats, or other channels of communication such as Slack. It's important that you ask clarifying questions to ensure that you fully understand what it is that you're doing. Be sure you know all the parameters of your assignment before starting, and ask follow-up questions if you need to as you work. Be ready to receive feedback and ask for it if you need to. Feedback on performance is critical for interns, so that you are able to learn and strengthen your skills. Finally, make time to connect with your coworkers and get to know each other. Be sure you are delivering your work promptly. Keep a close eye on deadlines and ask questions early to ensure you have enough time to make corrections prior to the deadline. Avoid any text lingo when writing to coworkers or supervisors. Keep emails and virtual chats professional and appropriate. Follow video etiquette for meetings, presentations, and conferences. For example, mute your microphone when you're not speaking to reduce background noise. More tips can be found in the resources. As you near the end of your internship, reflect on all that you have learned. Articulate your new skills on your resume and recount the projects you completed. Keep a list of the important insight you have gained into the field and the different titles or positions that are available. Before you finish your placement, ask your supervisor if they would be willing to serve as a reference for you in the future. And finally, write thank you notes to your supervisor and team members you have collaborated with, and stay in contact with them. All of the information referenced throughout the video can be found at tinyurl.com/internsbu. Stay safe, be successful, and have fun.